of all the podcasts in all the towns in all the worlds, my brothers had to get into mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm. Come on then.
Do you know this one, Tom?
Film quote.
Go on.
No, I don't know.
It's an old one. So it's from the 90s.
No.
It's the 80s. 80s is too old. Is it Casablanca?
It is Casablanca, yeah.
Yes.
And it was, of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
Well, there we go.
Okay, good job we're not totaling these up as well, like extra, right?
Have you heard of that one before?
Have you heard it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, he hasn't watched Casablanca, and it wasn't on his top 5 films that he wanted to watch either.
No, but it's a famous quote. Just thought you might have heard it.
No, never heard of it.
Okay. Well, shall we see if we can lighten the mood with how are you? How's things?
You're in a better mood than last week. Were we trying to be positive this week?
Hold on.
Why was I in a bad mood?
I was going to say, why was it just him?
It wasn't. I thought we were all
No, I was
discussing the weather.
I'm always happy to see you lot, and so yeah. And we're in a change of venues that nobody else will know.
No, I know.
This is unfamiliar circumstances for us.
Yeah, we're in my house.
Yeah, so
in different positions.
Hospitality is not as good, but
no, that's because Kim's not here.
Yeah. Okay, so just to give you an update on new countries, because I know how you're so intrigued. This one's a little bit further afield, but we've made the jump from, and they must have got on. I think you can. Well, you must be able to get there by ferry, plane as well. Maybe we've gone from New Zealand to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Australia.
What direction?
Oh, well done. Yeah, that wasn't that hard.
It was that obvious.
Oh, okay, it was. Yeah. I was like, oh.
I assume you can get there by ferry.
It's like French Polynesia.
Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Good.
Yeah. So we made it into Australia this month.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So clearly, from the other side of the world, we're going to try and move back towards. No. We're just notable countries is what I'm trying to get people to understand.
Excellent.
And I will let you know, we had a bit of feedback. I had somebody actually write me a nice message to tell us about the last one we recorded. So,
or like an email.
Well, I was going to try and be cool and said somebody DM me, but he messaged me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure, fine.
So this goes out to Joe Broadbent, who messaged me, and he was talking about the top 5 films that we think we should have watched.
Yeah.
So he's pulled us up on a couple of things, but he's added some context that I didn't know about some things. The film I was confusing with Slumdog Millionaire is Lion, which is a kid on a train that loses his family.
Yep.
Taxi Driver, he says Jodie Foster's performance inspired John Hinckley's assassination attempt on Reagan.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
There you go. What detail.
Dangerous filmmaking.
The flag, I talked about people wanting to raise a flag
Yeah.
in the war films. And apparently it was and I apologise if I mispronounce this, Iwo Jima, an island in the Pacific Island.
Iwo Jima.
And he said Clint Eastwood directed a pair of movies about the battle, one from an American and one from a Japanese point of view. But there you go.
Oh.
And Matthew has not been doing his homework very well.
No, I looked up my facts as well.
No. It was not that.
No?
He hasn't read the Princess Bride book.
No, I haven't.
Well, Joseph tells us I wouldn't bother because the film is far superior, and it's amazing that they managed to get a screenwriter to take it on.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
There you go. Interesting.
Definitely avoid that.
Look at that. That's feedback from our listeners.
Good. Well, thank you, listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
listener.
one. Yeah, singular. Yeah.
The one listener.
So thank you very much, BB. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
If you want to pull us up every week, we won't mention it, but you're more than welcome to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although I will if it's memorable. Okay. So make it nice. So we'll move on to the icebreaker first, as always. Trying to think of something with regards to film. So I came up with, if you worked in film production, what role do you think you would have and why?
Right, well, I Googled a lot of the roles because I realised I didn't actually know what a lot of the roles actually meant.
So hold on, what did your brain go to first, and then you've obviously taught yourself out a bit?
Well, no,
I reckon you thought cinematographer.
Yeah, well, I did look at that.
Yeah,
I looked up what a cinematographer was. And
Just
I
wants
was
a fancy title.
I was like, right, so they're in charge of the cameras, basically.
Yeah, the way it's shot.
Yeah, so I thought, well, I'm not techie enough for that. And then, well, I initially thought director, but then I thought that would just be too much too much hard work, and also you sort of have to embrace the chaos, I think, and that would upset me. So I decided either an editor, because I'd be all right with that. You can sort of put yourself away in a little cupboard. Yeah.
I do think they still talk to people.
They occasionally do. I'm sure they do.
Every now
You
and
know.
then. Yeah.
Or assistant to the director.
I was about to say assistant to the director.
That'd be good. I'd like to do that because that's sorting schedules and stuff, isn't it? It's organisation. I could do that.
Well, I imagine that's a job in itself on some films.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
As in, they're not assistant director, they're organizer. There must be somebody who is there to organise people, but it's not the assistant director.
Yeah, so the assistant director, and then there's a second assistant director who would then go and get people, make sure they're there, do roll call, schedules, all that.
PA to the assistant director.
Assistant,
the roles,
I
didn't
did.
you?
Assistant to the assistant to the director.
This is, I mean, I imagine production companies do it in different ways depending on the film
I'm
and
sure
the
they
size
do.
of it. But go on, okay. Dominic?
Okay.
I did the same. I had a look at some of the roles, but I didn't go into that much detail. I thought quite similar. I was like, I kind of want to do a lower level role, so I'm not too involved. Because I don't.
Oh, he's just no responsibility over here.
Yeah, wants his time off.
No.
Best boy.
Catering.
So I went for like creative designer, like a prop designer.
Okay.
Oh, and you're good with all of the equipment that you need for that, would you?
Yeah, definitely think so. I think I'd enjoy it. I think that's why.
But they're not going to use your props, but you'll enjoy making them.
I've always made stuff.
I'm only going to hark back, Dominic, to if I think about things you might have made in your childhood. Your swords were limited at best. It was two pieces of wood just nailed together.
Not just that.
Oh, that's what it looked like.
And
Do you remember his Hollow Man costume?
Hollow Man costume?
Yeah, you sellotaped your entire body on one side and then sellotape the other and then cut yourself out, and then you had an entire cutout of yourself made of sellotape, so like an invisible man.
You might need one of them.
I don't think they actually shoot the invisible man these
made
days.
a fake.
Do they not? Do they not do it like that?
These days, I've said. I don't know. They might have in some film. Joseph Broadbent's going to be right on that. Right.
Yeah. No, I just think I'd be good at making stuff. You've got to start somewhere. I'm not saying I'm going to be great now. I'm not sure Matt's going to be great at being an assistant director.
Yeah, well...
But you could learn.
Yeah, well, yeah, admittedly, I think there is an element of I don't want to throw you in the deep end straight away. But
yeah. I reckon Jeremy's chosen executive producer.
No, I'm director, fact.
director.
I'm director, fact. One, because Matthew's assistant director, so that makes him work for me.
Everyone works for you, don't they?
I literally put my rules, everything goes through me. Yep, happy. And I said, if I can't be that, I do quite like attention to detail, so I was going to go for a continuity officer or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you'd be good at
continuity officer.
Yeah, so make sure that they're, because obviously, like, you might film the same scene on 2 different days, making sure that everybody's got everything exactly the same.
Take lots of photos.
That sounds weird.
Is that about right? Take lots of photos?
No.
Yeah.
I would just have
Just look at
everything.
the last shot.
I would have everything written down to the minute detail of what they have at that point.
Wouldn't you just look at what they
Jeremy
Yeah.
on set?
Why would you write it down? Wouldn't you just look? You filmed it.
No, see, you're falling into the trap now because you will forget something and it will be shown.
Well, they do. You just do what you do in snooker, right? Where you just keep shooting and then they move the ball when they got to get the white ball back to where it was before they fouled, and they just keep moving it.
They actually just used
you just have like a filter on top of it.
Yeah, they have an overlay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, they don't do that in the films. I don't think because it would take too long. But anyway, there we go.
What about Foley artist? I've just thought that'd be good fun.
Matthew just wants to add another thing that he
I just
raised
thought that.
just to show that he knows what he's talking about. Would you like to elaborate?
Yeah, please.
Someone that makes up the noises, like design, like when someone walks and crunches on gravel.
So Police Academy.
Yeah, basically. But you don't do it with your voice.
I've seen a TikTok recently with someone
Why can't
doing
you? If you're that good, you got any good voice? You got any good sound effects? Because this is a podcast, so this is going to work.
I've not really thought of this. Sorry,
I can pour water out of a jug.
Go on. Then.
Oh, he does this all the time. God.
That wasn't, and that just so everyone knows that's listening, there is no jug of water here.
Yeah, I can confirm. I'm a bit reluctant to do anything now. That's pretty good.
Yeah, see.
Okay, so you can be that one.
There you go. I could do Foley
only
artist.
in that example. Though.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
just
next
as long
one.
As there's lots of water.
Helicopter. No, you've lost it. Okay, we're out. Okay, let's move on. So, how did we pick this film?
These films.
Well, okay. How did you pick this? The title of this podcast?
Okay.
Was it Matthew? No, was it Matthew?
Oh, I see.
Randomly.
I thought you meant
It was me flipping a coin,
Oh yeah.
using a bit of binary, because we're cool.
What base?
Well, binary's base 2.
Oh yeah. Apologies. I don't know why my brain went there, but
Maths teacher.
yeah. Well, I was thinking hexy anyway, but it's been a long day.
Has
of
it been
maths.
a long
It's
day?
been a long day
Yeah,
of maths. Okay. Thank you very much. So how do we find podcast number 9, which is number 89, top 5 films that involve a person mix-up?
I think I quite enjoyed the ambiguity of the title.
Oh, me too.
Well, I think that's why we did it, because I think from memory we thought there's lots of Switch films over there, and then we thought, is there enough to make this interesting? So let's just change the wording of it.
Yeah, that's about right. Which worked quite well because I found different interpretations.
As did I. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still convinced on my interpretation.
I completely
good luck
agree,
guessing.
and I was hoping that people would say this. There's one of them where I looked literally just before we started, went back through, and I thought, is that a person mix-up?
I know,
But I'm going to argue the case.
Okay. I look forward to you hearing.
I'm going to have to argue a lot of my cases, I think.
Oh,
because I'm not.
so hold on. Here we go. Dom's done a classic where no one's going to get a bonus for him.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I had many options. I put 5 down, and then I took them off, put it down again, and then I was like, oh no, but how do I interpret this? And then I thought about it way too much, and yeah, just good luck.
Okay. Right then.
Right. Well, I went first last time, so I'm not doing it again.
Did you? Whose turn is to go first then? Is it me or Dom?
Well,
Do you know what? I'm going to go.
Yeah, good.
I'm going to go.
Right, can I just say,
Yeah.
have you got the amount of detail as we had in the last podcast?
Not quite the same detail. No.
Because you know the film.
Because I have seen these films. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I thought I would tell you how I've interpreted the mix-up.
Just for this one, or for all of them?
For all of them, but no.
So yours are all the... Oh, no, okay.
they're
That's
different.
what I was getting
fine.
to.
Okay, so for my first one, I'm going to say it's a 2006 film. The confusion is based on twins. So there is a twin confusion here.
Right.
Okay.
Have you fallen to
No,
your convention on this? Because Matthew is a bit of a Lindsay Lohan fan.
no, because
I was thinking that straight away. But
no.
yeah.
See, I have already picked The Parent Trap in a previous episode, and as you know, I'm trying not to repeat movies.
Yep.
So no, I haven't gone for that. I've gone for a twin mix-up. It is.
Is it the original Parent Trap?
No, it's not the original Parent Trap. It's a film based on a Shakespeare play. The play is Twelfth Night, which I'm sure you're very familiar with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's set in a private school, a boarding school.
Oh, this is ringing bells, and I know I should get this.
4 boys, so it's a boys' private school, and the twins are not both the same gender. Vinnie Jones is a football coach in it.
Okay, hold on. I almost went back to Euro Trip there again before you even said Vinnie Jones, and then it threw me.
It's the right sort of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when Vinnie Jones was getting those sorts of roles.
Well, or Juggernaut, yeah.
The main character's name was Viola Hastings.
Oh man, this is like ringing bells in my head, and I can't get it.
Go on.
And I'm nearly out. So it's the girl pretends to be her twin
Oh no,
brother.
I do know.
Go on.
It's Amanda Burns.
It is Amanda Bynes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is it Bynes or Burns? I always get it
I
right.
thought it was Amanda Bynes.
Okay, we'll go with Bynes. I think you're right.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes. It's the. Do you know the name of the film?
She's the man.
She's the man.
She's the man.
She's the man.
Has it got
yes.
Channing Tatum in it?
It does have Channing Tatum in it as Duke.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
the
I'm pretty
mix
sure
up.
I've seen it, but I can't remember.
Oh, you will have. You must
I've
have seen
definitely
it.
seen it. 100%.
It was one of the DVDs Mum had.
Mm-hmm.
She's not allowed to play football, but
That's
she
right.
can if she plays it as him.
Yeah.
She's good at football, but
And
can't play football with the boys anymore. And then she goes to pretend to be her brother while he goes off to Europe. I don't really understand, to be honest with you. I can't really remember the storyline. It's sort of, do you know what? It's classic
Is he in
Shakespeare
Europe?
mix-up.
Is that what you just
Yeah,
said?
I think so.
Can't.
It's classic Shakespeare.
And then he comes
mix-up.
back at the end.
He does, and then everyone thinks that he
plays in the
she
football game and
him.
is rubbish.
That's right.
And then she comes on at half time and is allowed to be herself.
She is. Yes.
Yeah.
James,
I can't believe you
far
put that in your
times.
top 5.
It's in my top 5. I like that film. I'd watch that if that's on
I
any
did.
time.
I did what you do now, and I wrote all the films I could think of ever.
Yeah.
And that was on there, but there's no way that would have made my top 5.
Yeah, because you're trying to go with a range.
Were you
of
running
films.
out?
No, it's just I like that film. I'd watch it. I'd watch it every time. If it was on TV, I'd always watch it. No problem.
Right, hold on. I'm going to come
would.
back to this at the end
Yeah.
because you've got some that are honourable mentions, I'm sure, where I think that should be ahead of it. I feel like you're playing your game.
Well, no.
You know you're not going to get this film
No,
in any other of the topics.
No,
and
so
so you're like,
I will-
okay, I'll pick it this time.
I will explain my honourable mentions later. I will
Here we go.
I'll explain why the
Yeah.
films that should be
You,
in the top
two,
5.
you two are
top
starting to
5
play
are not.
games.
No game.
No, not
No game.
intentionally.
Well, there you go. So that's my one. She's the man.
Okay, Dominic.
Okay, so
Oh, here we go.
Right.
Dominic, for those who can't see, which is everybody, Dominic has just grinned with a huge grin that we are not going to agree that this is the person mixed up, are we?
I hope you do. I think you might.
Come on then.
So mine, kind of my theme across the board. I'm going to give you that as
Oh, so they're all consistent in a way.
yeah, in a way. It's kind of
Oh.
like kind of multiple personalities.
Okay, no, I thought of this as an option. I can get
So a
on board
mixed
with
up-
that.
Oh, a person
Person
that
mixed
is
up.
mixed up.
Yeah. No, I can.
Can I
see
guess
that.
one? No, I can't play that game.
You probably could. You probably
might,
guess
you
all
might
of
get
them.
one of the ones later. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe
So-
I'll just get them quicker on your prompts.
Yeah, I haven't got. Yeah, my
Come on then.
my guess for Dom is not going to pay off this
Oh,
week.
hold on. That's a really good point.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
but
go on, keep going. I want to know which one.
Comedy,
Oh, I don't know then.
year 2000.
Has it got Jim Carrey in it?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Me, Myself, and Irene.
honourable mention list was.
I
See?
didn't even think of that.
Yeah, brilliant. That was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had different interpretations, but that was the one I went for.
No, I was going to say there is memorable scenes in there. There is the weird character Milky.
Oh,
my
I'd
God, he's
forgotten
so
about
good.
that.
That is he's so good.
He's such a good
He doesn't
character.
appear in anything else,
It
does he?
was so awkward. That was the best part about it, and just the two sides of him. And Hank's obviously the best one.
It's classic Jim Carrey in that he gets to fight himself. Do you know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
Like that's the bit you remember.
That is.
Renée
Yeah.
Zellweger, yeah. But there's lots of I just remember lots of dildo scenes. And things like
Oh yeah, you're right.
when he sucks on a woman's breast.
There
and,
is.
yeah,
There is.
breastfeeds.
Very graphical. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember all the important bits.
I've got
Yeah.
I've got all the quotes, but I don't need to say it. So it's
Wait,
fine.
are there
Oh
any
no
other
no no
people in
no! I couldn't think of any quotes off the top of my head. So please elaborate.
Look, I'm just going to say just
Cottonmouth.
Vagiclean
Oh
was the one I was going for.
Right. Yeah.
About aisle 5.
High five. Yeah.
Yeah.
The price check on. Yeah.
Got a customer down here with a full-on fallopian fungus. She's baking a loaf of bread, and I think it's sourdough. That's what he says. Yeah, that's the most memorable
Okay.
one for me.
That,
But yeah.
I do remember that.
that
one
is
now.
classic.
Are there any other people in it other than him, Jim Carrey and Renée Zellweger? Like, are there any other bigger names?
Is this the one where the Foo Fighters did the soundtrack to it? So
Yeah.
there's the I've got to get the word right. Small person.
Dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one I'm not allowed to say is the M word, I think. But
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
yeah, because they're not gems anymore. But anyway, I've probably just turned a listener off there. But yeah, he's in the music video.
Yes, but he's the one who has the. Well, he's the dad of the triplets. That
Oh my goodness! Right, I've
He
just
looks
sorry
after it, so
that part of the storyline has just kicked in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd forgotten he's the
so the
dad
whole
of the
reason
triplets.
he
And-
loses his head is because his
This is
wife has an
weird.
affair. Yeah,
That has Anthony
Anderson.
Anthony
Anderson.
Anderson, that's the one, yeah.
And for those people who don't listen, you surely know him as Hang Time expert.
Oh.
Do you remember Hang Time?
Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
He's in Kangaroo Jack as well.
He
No,
was in
but
Kangaroo
Hang
Jack, yeah.
Time was
Hang Time.
Nickelodeon Prime.
Was it Nickelodeon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or is it Trouble?
It was Trouble.
It could have been
Trouble from the
yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s.
Right, Hang Time. If you haven't seen it,
Hang Time,
you won't even
coming
find it.
together.
it's so bad. It's
And
good.
by the way, that was the and this is weird that I know this. That was the second theme tune because
Oh.
they changed it after the first series.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. True
Oh, there we
hardcore
go.
fan.
Yeah, I tried to find it at one point and you can't find it anywhere. But there we go.
Oh, there. Brilliant.
So, I completely understand, Dom. That is a
Nice.
person mix
That
up.
is a
I'm
good
all right
choice.
with that.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much.
We're allowing those, so you're okay this week.
Oh, good. I'm glad I've allowed it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've just taken me back to the Foo Fighters video, because I'm pretty sure he puts the popcorn on his lap and the girl tries to reach for it, and whoa, the classic.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Classic, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the
What's
actual
at the
Foo-
bottom?
I'm trying to think of the Foo Fighters song.
Is
Yeah,
it?
anyway, it's fly- Yes.
Around the edge. Yep.
Yeah,
It's a good thing this is not a singing podcast. That was.
No, you're right. Otherwise, I'd win.
Oh, okay, of course. Move
Thank you
on.
very much.
Your
You,
go.
Jim. Number 5.
So, mine is a person mix-up,
Yes, as it's supposed
but
to
the
be.
mix-up is an impersonation.
What does that mean? Keep going. Mix-up is an impersonation.
He impersonates himself in the film? Or
No.
herself, sorry.
Right, very, very apt that you've said that, Dominic.
Is it like Jack and Jill?
No.
Okay.
The mix-up is that perhaps people don't know
Oh, I
who
think I
they
know.
are.
Is it a film from like the 90s
1993.
that is now a like musical or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I know what it is. Do you know what it is, Dom?
Can I say my quotes? See if you
Yeah,
can
do
get
your
it?
codes, yeah.
Okay. I'm a hippo granny who can hip hop,
Ah.
bebop, dance till you drop, and yo-yo make a wicked cup of cocoa.
Nice.
Again, I don't know where the accent's from.
I remember watching this when we went to Florida.
Oh, we did.
We were in the hotel room.
We
and
rented it on the TV.
I had Dr. Pepper for the first time.
It was very
It
sugary.
was so good. Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire, sorry everyone.
Yeah,
But
Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind when I wrote my list down.
Okay, so I put I put first of all, it's Robin Williams, comic genius at that point, and he does so many impersonations through that. If you can remember the scene where he intentionally keeps ringing up with bad people, so that when he rings up at the final time, he is Mrs. Doubtfire, and she thinks, "Oh my god, finally somebody who's sane."
That's good.
But also the scene where he's playing himself and his sister for the social worker or
Is that in the
courtroom
in his flat?
Yeah,
yeah, with
Puts
the
his
cream
face
on
in
his
the cake.
face.
yeah. So he's
Yeah.
he's having two conversations with himself and that woman.
Gets his boobs on fire. Puts them out with
Oh, that's
pan
right.
lids
Pan
as well.
lids, yeah.
See, look.
Mask falls out the window. Yeah, I do remember
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, he gets
mask
run
falls
over
out.
by a truck. as
Runs
well.
over, has to go get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens too often in films that a truck just incidentally
Yeah.
runs past at the same time.
Yeah, random roller, like
Yeah.
steamroller.
Happy Gilmore, it happens when he throws his thing out the window.
It does, yeah.
Anyway, but I said he's
Is that a hand?
mixing himself up for the right reason because he's trying to spend time with his kids, but he's not allowed. Just heart wrenching and comedic genius.
Would you see the stage show?
Yeah, I would actually.
Oh, see, I have
Only because I imagine they
do.
do looks like a lady. Surely with the
I think, yeah, I'd
They
hope
must
they
do,
would,
right?
but I could see you being let down.
we think there's a copyright issue or something.
Maybe they just didn't want to pay for it. Yeah,
Mm,
I think
Oh,
it.
you
I think
can't
it'll be.
do
I
that.
don't know. If you think
of
of like Back to the Future, and that has a lot of the songs that you know.
yeah, but that's because they were written for the film.
Well, the opening scene's not.
I don't know. I've not seen the
Right, okay.
stage show.
Well, I haven't either, but I know the songs. But
No,
yeah, that's
great
my
choice.
All right,
that's
number
my
four.
first one.
Very good.
Good choice.
Okay, my number 4.
Correct.
So I'm going to get my clues. Happen to be this week the names of the characters because that's.
Because you think we're not going to get them from
Well,
that.
you might. So the main character in this film, this 2009 comedy,
Okay.
This is when we scroll through our own,
Yeah.
trying to work out.
is Mike O'Donnell. The mix-up happens during like a thunderstorm, where Mike O'Donnell falls into a river, and then a mix-up happens to his person.
To his person, as in himself.
Yeah, so the mix-up happens to himself.
And
So he forgets who he is.
No, he doesn't forget who he is. He knows who he is, but he is wishing for.
Is this a film I haven't seen?
No, you must have
does
seen
this
it.
does he go
Is it-
into another being of some
No,
sort?
he's still himself, but it's like he's gone back in time to when he was younger, but real life still exists.
He's in I don't know the
So
river
it's-
bit.
Oh, he's Zac Efron.
It
or-
is Zac
Yeah, we-
Efron.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
17
How?
again.
17 again, yeah.
Matthew's putting out the trump cards of films he's never going to get in the top 5.
No, I
again
love these
anywhere
films.
else. No, you don't.
I do. I would watch this loads. It's got Matthew Perry in it.
Well,
I mean, there is no way that Matthew Perry is an older version of Zac Efron.
Yeah, he's also not very funny in it.
Well, no, but Matthew Perry's not in it for very long.
Oh, so
I thought
he's not allowed to
he's
be
in at the
funny
end.
because of his
You're
time
right.
constraints.
He's at the beginning and the end.
He's in the
isn't he?
beginning and the end, yeah. Well, he's see, the whole point is he's quite down and grumpy and upset about life because he's about to go through a divorce.
Yeah, which isn't Matthew Perry to me.
No. But that's Matthew Perry is the tag on to Zac Efron. It's a Zac Efron film, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it feels a bit like...
I feel like I've forgotten it, by the way.
It feels
Does he
a bit
make
like
a
a-
basketball shot?
Yes.
I was just about to say when he
Does he or doesn't he? Does he go back and change the future then?
No, so he can't change the future. He's in his normal time. So he goes back. It's like a backwards Back to the Future because he gets younger and then goes to school with his kids. And his son's being bullied and his daughter's dating the bully.
So it's
That's
like
right.
Benjamin
School bully.
Button. He's
Yeah, sort of. He is 17 again, and then he thinks he's going to get a second chance to play for the Scouts that are going to
Got
not like the Scouts,
he-
like dib dib dob dob
he
dob.
confronts the bully and stuff, doesn't he?
He does. That's a
Yes,
good.
that's the
That
good
is a
scene.
good
That's a
scene
good
with the
scene.
basketball.
In the lunch hall.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good scene.
I remember that one.
Where's the mix-up?
The mix-up, they don't know who he is. So his family don't know who he is.
He's changed person.
He's changed
He's mixed
person.
up.
He's
He
in a
hasn't
different
changed
body.
person. He's the same person. He's just himself younger.
In a different body.
Yeah.
He's in a different
What,
body.
he looked completely different than he did when he was...
No, so this is the bit that's the confusion. So his
So surely his family have seen
no, his
pictures
wife
of him.
His wife says, "Oh, you look just like Mike." I can't remember what name he gives himself, but she's like, she gets so, and then there's this weird sort of thing where he's
Sorry.
obviously a 17-year-old with what's the girl? What's her name? It's it's Leslie Mann. Leslie Mann is his wife, not
yeah.
wife, but yeah, wife. But he's obviously 17, so she's like a bit confused about what's going on, and then his daughter starts fancying him. It's very Back to the
Hold
Future.
on. So his daughter's never seen a picture of her dad younger.
Because he ends up living with his best friend, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Who is
Yeah.
very funny.
Who's very
no, they
rich.
haven't. I think that's sort of the point, is that he is distant from his family, which is why he's got into the position he's in.
Okay, so they've covered that plot issue.
That plot hole, yeah. So that's,
Yeah.
17 again. It's good. You should watch it, Jem, if you've not seen it.
I think I feel like I have, but I just
I quite remember it quite a lot now you said that.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
good.
His
got
best
that
friend is
squeaky,
quite,
by the way.
It was very squeaky, I know.
Yeah.
he's quite kooky. He's quite kooky. He's
His friend is like made
Really
millions
rich.
out of
Yeah.
silent Velcro.
Who is his friend as a person?
I don't.
Would I
have-
know him in anything?
Yes, you would. He is in. Have you seen the film I Love You, Man?
Yeah.
So he's the guy that he goes on a date with, who says it's not a date, and then he kisses him at the end of the date, and he's like, "Oh, you taste like smoke."
oh yeah. I'm trying to think what else he's in.
He's in lots. He's in lots of
Okay.
stuff. He's got
All
lots
right.
of bits.
Let's leave
Yeah.
that there. Let's leave that there. I'm not going to agree on the film, but
We
okay.
should, because it's good.
It's fine
We
because
should
I'm
see it.
winning, so we're okay.
You're winning.
Yeah, my 5 is better than your 5.
Okay,
That's fine.
come on, Don. What's your number 4, please?
So I don't think you've seen this, Jim.
Because it's a horror.
It's a horror mystery. Yeah.
Oh, I could surprise you because I surprised you all last week. Well, 2
Mhm.
weeks ago. You know what I mean?
2003.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some of the actors, actually, to start with, and then I'll give you the kind of synopsis plot of it. The actual whole thing is based on an Agatha Christie book, but I don't think that'll help.
The whole thing. Okay.
Based on. Is
Based
it called
on,
the
based on, yeah.
same?
No, I don't believe so. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the actors
Have you got it, Matthew?
I don't know.
are Amanda Peet.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay. There's not.
Welcome
Anyway,
to
so-
Dominic's world in extra.
Alfred Molina.
Yeah, Alfred Molina. Yeah.
Sorry. Ray Liotta
Yeah. Oh, I do know.
and John
Cusack.
Cusack.
Is it Identity?
It is Identity.
Have you seen that, Jeremy?
I have not seen this.
This is a good one. This is also another kind of.
Am I
Yeah.
guessing that his
I
identity is stolen?
can't really say it without spoiling the entire film.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of those where
I was about to say I haven't picked those
Because you find it.
because I didn't know if I could talk about them. But Dom's going to go for.
So here we
nuts
go.
for it.
So there's 2 films he can chuck out of his top 5 that he wouldn't have put in there if he knew how to talk about them without spoiling it. There we go.
Well, the whole right. So this is where Dom's going to, I assume, got a bit caught out or not caught out, but
Well, we just have to speed on through it.
the person mix-up is the twist. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So you can't.
Okay, I
talk
won't
about...
watch it then. There we go. Sorted. I wasn't going to watch it
Fine,
anyway, was
just
I?
do
Is
a
it?
spoiler alert?
Is it thriller?
It's a
horror mystery. Is what it.
I'd say
what it
more
kinda-
thriller. It's set in like a motel.
Yeah, it's in an abandoned motel. Yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially, these
Okay.
10 people get caught in they get caught in a storm and have to stay in a motel. And throughout the evening,
People
all the
drop off.
events
Mm-hmm.
literally drop off and they
It's
disappear.
like a murder mystery night.
It is.
And
It is.
they disappear and they don't understand why. But it's all based on the concept of one person,
Okay, fine.
which is John Cusack's character, and he's a serial killer. He's on death row, about to be killed, and then there's a twist, or they find that he's a.
And the twist is a person mix-up.
Basically.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
what I remember. Yeah.
Without completely ruining
without
It is a good
spoiling
film.
it,
I
that's,
do very
yeah.
much remember it a lot.
Yeah, I
It's
remember.
good. It is
is.
quite good. And yeah, you could watch that one. That's not horror.
No, it's not.
It's just more tense.
Well, no, that's the bits that I can't be bothered with. The bit where I know I'm going to be scared and...
No, it's not jump scare.
Or it's not jump scare.
It's not jump scare. It's just tense and slightly confusing about what's happening.
Yeah, and all the 10 people have something in common.
How often are people getting killed? Are we like all over the place or...
I think it's quite regular.
They start dropping off.
Like Knives Out?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. I'm okay with that pace.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not all at once, please.
No, what I mean is if they're just always running away and
Oh, no, it's
screaming and then one person gets and then they're all screaming and running away again, oh man,
Yeah.
I've got better things
you
to
got to
do.
watch it because I can't tell you anything else.
Okay, that's fine.
But no one's running away.
Because they're in a motel.
Stuck
Yep.
in a storm, yeah.
Yeah, stuck in a storm. Exactly.
Can't
Can't go through storms. This is like
It's
the
a really
birds
bad
all over
storm.
again.
It's a really bad storm.
It is a really bad
Oh.
storm.
Really bad.
It's raining the whole time.
And they're all witches, so they can't leave. Got you.
There you
That's my number 4. Jim,
My number 4.
go. Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
No,
go on.
you guys look sceptical of me. I think this
I am now.
There's only one that I am a little bit reluctant to say is a mix-up.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. I am going to... Well, I was trying to work out how to introduce it, but I only got 2 prompts on this one. I'm going to do a quote.
Good.
Because this will explain the mix-up
Okay.
in
Good.
a
I like
quote.
that. That's good.
Okay.
You're him. I don't want to hear it. You're him. And you're you. You be you, but not in front of her. You're him. You're you.
Oh, I have seen this film.
Definitely.
Can you do it again? Do it. Come on, I'm going to be the director now. Come on, really feel it.
No, I'm the director. You're the assistant
that's right,
director.
that's right,
Or
yeah.
assistant to the director.
Okay, so Mr. Director, can you help Jeremy feel it?
Well, I can't remember exactly how he delivers it, but
Go on.
you're him. I don't want to hear it. You're him. And you're you. You be you, but not in front of her. You're him. You're you.
Oh,
I think he's got an American accent, if that helps.
yeah.
If I give you the second prompt.
What's the circumstances of that? Is it someone's got to pretend to be somebody else? But not, yeah.
Yeah, there is a mix-up
Okay.
where somebody has mistaken who is who.
Keep going. Give us the second hint.
If I give you the
God,
second
it's
hint,
frustrated
if I
me
give you
that
the
I can't
second
get it.
prompt, it's going to mention a character name and you will definitely get it.
Okay.
Right.
Are you ready?
Is it a rom-com?
No.
Oh.
Action, comedy, crime.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I tell you what, I did notice all of my ratings this week are considerably less than the ones that I haven't seen. 6.9.
Oh, okay. That's,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay. Go on.
I'm Mac Lowry.
Oh, okay. Yep. Bad Boys.
It is Bad Boys, yeah.
Bad Boys.
The mix-up is, if you
There is
remember,
a
Tia
mix-up.
Leone thinks that what's his character name, Martin Lawrence Marcus, is Mike
Mike.
Lowry, and he thinks Mike Lowry is Marcus.
Gotcha. Okay.
She does.
That's right.
And they have to continue for ages, even when she kind of gets it.
That's
He's got to
right.
pretend he's like
Cool.
the cool kid who's playing the field,
That's
and then
right.
he's got to pretend to be with her wife. And there's a bit where he calls up his wife, and he's there at home with him. Will Smith's with his wife, and he's playing on the fact that he doesn't want him
God.
there. Yeah,
God,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in such
And
a
the
long
person that
time.
was talking is the police chief.
yeah, it's Captain. Yeah,
I remember that now.
I didn't realise, by the way, because this was clearly before he wasn't going massively over the top on action, that it was Michael Bay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's
Who
a
directed it?
yeah.
I didn't know that
Because
either.
it's not like, I get annoyed with Transformers these days because it's all over the place. That's Michael Bay to me.
He has his circular shot around them. That's like his
when he gets out of the car,
his little thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
But he hasn't got as much. I don't think he's got as much technology back then.
As much budget.
Well, and
That's very
technology
possibly.
to be able to do it the way he wants to film it for IMAXs and all that sort of stuff.
No, the earlier Michael Bay stuff I actually quite like.
Could
could have been my age.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I think.
Yeah, I think
good.
I
I remember
like that
liking it.
one more than Bad Boys 2.
I like it much more than Bad Boy 2.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 1's good.
And is there? I feel like there's a Bad Boys 3 and a Bad Boys 4 coming out.
Bad Boys 3 exists, yep.
Yeah,
I haven't
Bad
seen
I don't think
Boys
I've seen
for
that one.
Life. That one. That song.
but there you go.
Nice. I like that.
Did he?
I like the quote that, if I remember right, he says, "I'd like some tropical fruit bubblicious and some Skittles." There you go.
Yeah,
There's a quote for some people there.
There are a lot of quotes, but I'd have to bleep myself out like Dominic did last week.
Yep.
Because they're cool and they swear.
swear.
I swear a lot. Yeah.
It's an 18. I didn't think it was an 18.
It is pretty violent. Yeah.
Of gunshots.
I think it's
Lots of gunshots.
yeah, but nobody. Oh,
and drugs. It's drugs. The whole thing's
Death-
about drugs.
there's a lot
Yeah,
of death
that's
in the
right,
house,
okay.
isn't there,
You're
yeah,
right.
really.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Right.
There we
What
go.
number are we on? Number 3.
Number
Three.
3.
Here we go. Go on then.
Right. My number 3. Now I'm not going to give you the name. Well, I'll give you the name of the character because I think you might get it from that. So the name of the main character is Josh Baskin.
Oh, and he's got a mate called someone Robbins.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they make ice cream.
Yeah, I knew it. It's the origin story.
If I said to you, trampoline in a house or a flat, apartment.
I think I've
Yeah.
got this on my mentions.
I mentioned this
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Big
I think
piano.
it's in my honourable mention.
Big piano.
piano.
Big piano. Zoltar. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the film called? Then?
Big.
Big. Yeah. 1988. Big.
Oh,
Yeah.
old film.
Old. Really old.
Dominic
that's
couldn't
good,
watch
though.
that.
Yeah.
That's a
yeah.
good one.
That is a good one, right? Neither of you had that on your lists. No.
I didn't put it in. I did contemplate it.
That was on probably list 3 of mine,
Yeah.
of different types of interpretation.
So it's like the opposite of my 17 again, because he wants to be big.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is weird, right? Because if I remember rightly, the reason he wants to be big is because he wants to be tall enough to go on a roller coaster.
In
Yeah.
the beginning. Yeah.
Which means that Zoltar thing's really misinterpreted that. Because he was only like an inch too short to go on the ride. And they've made him like 30.
I'm not sure that
30.
ever made a film.
Then he shouldn't use subjective language.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you're quite
Should
right.
he should say, "I wish I was just a centimetre taller,"
I'm not sure he thought that it was going to...
or maybe he could have just said, "I wish I was just 6 foot."
Yeah, true.
Mm.
That's where he eats the baby sweet corn. Like a full-on
Oh, he
sweet
does.
corn.
That's right, like a corn on the cob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
so
that's
many bits that you remember because, like, my first thing when you talked about the trampoline is him skateboarding inside his flat,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and he's got bunk beds.
Silly string, sneezing with the silly string with his friend.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. What's his friend's name? Have you got his characters?
No, I haven't got his friend's
Oh,
character's name.
you are so underprepared.
I
is
can't
good,
remember.
no.
I can't
If you
his
can
friend's
remember
name.
Josh and
Josh
Josh and
I don't know.
and they've got
No.
a song
So
they sing.
they
If you
do.
remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if you remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. I just
Oh.
like the fact that he gets I think it highlights how jobs still are today where people get promoted even though they don't know what they're doing.
Well, he does know what he's doing because he's a kid.
Yeah, but
He basically
has
says
good
that's
ideas.
rubbish. That's rubbish because, and that's what the kids would say. Basically, it's like having the best focus group ever in the room.
Because
Yeah.
they tried to make building Transformer,
That's right.
didn't they?
Because he
That's
starts though being a data inputter, which back in that
Oh my
days was
gosh,
like
yes.
using a keyboard,
Oh,
putting
that's
numbers
right.
in.
Literally just typing in numbers.
He's typing in numbers and taking his paycheck because he's going to get his
And-
first paycheck. He's like, whoa, even though he probably doesn't get that
Not
much.
Yeah. Who's the guy with him? Who's his friend? His friend's someone famous as well.
Yeah. Well, you should have done the research because
I
I've
did-
got this
I
on my
did.
films.
I
What
didn't write
friend?
it
What do
down.
you mean?
His friend that he works with, who's next to him, is
Oh no, it's the guy at Seinfeld.
he's in
Yes.
he's in an
It's,
episode of Friends. He's
yeah.
in
Hello,
no, she's driving this-
Shallow Hal. Is that him?
No, not
No,
the guy
I
from
thought it was
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
No, it's the guy who's in The Wedding Singer, who's the other wedding singer. Jim. Is his name Jim something?
Oh, I do know
Okay,
who you
maybe,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Good reference. I hope it is him. I'm going to check that one out.
It is.
Because he's already mentioned that he might have got a fact wrong from last time we did it.
I did. I've got. It was a good fact, but yeah.
Right. There we go.
Talk about that later.
Okay.
So yes, I've gone for big, just so he can get on a roller coaster.
Can we just bring it up?
Yes.
It's a bit weird. He's romantically involved with somebody that old, and then she goes to find him again. Like, she should be literally running a mile thinking, I'm getting done for child molestation here.
He's not young at the point.
He wasn't at that time.
They are not going to know that. His DNA
No, but he was. The
would
whole
still
point was,
be wherever it would be.
No, she was running to find him so that he didn't do it. She wanted him to stay older.
Also, they didn't do it.
You don't know. You weren't there.
They didn't do it.
Yeah, they did.
No,
I think they didn't.
There's a scene where they've done it.
No,
Because then he gets all grown up. He acts all grown up afterwards.
no,
Yeah,
that's after a
I
kiss,
actually
isn't it?
remember because I think there's a scene where
Well, he says good morning
breakfast
to
or
everybody.
something.
He
Yeah,
says good
yeah.
morning to everybody in the office.
Okay, fine.
So yeah,
Fine.
Okay,
that's a bit risky.
it is.
Yeah, but she didn't know at that point.
No,
Oh, that makes it okay. Yeah, okay.
She didn't ask for ID.
Yeah, and he didn't have any. So how did he get a job?
I don't know.
Different times.
Didn't they ask for his social security number?
Yeah, and he
just
said like
makes it up.
1, 2, 3, 5.
And before they find out that he's not a person.
But I think that's when they just pay people by check.
Yeah.
Just give you a check. Job done.
Okay.
Simple times.
Yeah.
Not that I ever got paid by check.
No.
No.
Although I did work in a place where you had to run the checks under that machine, which went.
Yeah.
Foley artist.
There we go. You run for his money.
Yeah, you go.
I've got plenty.
See you at the interview.
It's a real niche. Yeah. So he jugs of water or checks. We're good.
Yeah.
Checks from the 80s.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're taking the mick or not. I thought that was quite good.
That was quite good.
It was quite good.
Quite
It was.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I knew exactly what you were talking about. Basically.
Right, Dominic, you're number 3.
Ooh, right, straight in. Once again, same
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah.
Horror mystery, 2005.
Have I watched it?
I don't know actually. It's not a very. I don't know many people who have.
Is it one of a trilogy?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that was.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea for
Okay,
where he's
keep
going.
going.
I can't tell you the exact ending of this one either. I think so. The strapline for it was, and this will help. So it's very literal, and it's called "Come out, whatever you are."
Come out.
The Beast.
The Thing.
No. So
The Fly.
no.
Hide and seek.
Yeah.
Oh, with
Where'd that come from?
hang on.
I don't
Has
even
it
know
got?
what it is.
It's got Dakota Fanning
It does.
and taxi driver dude,
does.
De Niro.
Robert De Niro in it. Yeah.
Taxi driver dude. He's worked his whole life to get called that.
Well, it's one of the better references of his jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, I've only seen that once. I have seen that once.
Yeah. I've seen it
Yeah.
a couple of times. Yeah.
Come on then. Tell me what I'm missing.
Yeah, tell him the
'Cause
story.
it's your number
I
3.
can't remember.
So the storyline is his wife. I can't remember whether she. I think she commits suicide, and they live in New
Sad
York.
times. But yeah.
So they have a daughter who's Dakota Fanning. They
How
move,
old is she at this point? Are we talking?
like 6,
8?
7.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So they move to upstate, as they call it. So pretty much to the countryside, where they try and live out their life. But the daughter Dakota Fanning kind of has what's the PTSD something.
Does she have an imaginary friend?
And that's, so
Right.
based on that, because she's suffering from her mother's death, she creates this imaginary friend
Mhm.
who starts doing horrible things around the house, like writing.
Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah, but without the comedy.
Without
Okay.
the comedy, very much without the comedy.
Yeah, imagine without the
Killing
comedy.
people.
Who starts telling her things about. So there's a psychiatrist that comes and tries to help her get over it, but this
She
imaginary
doesn't last.
friend starts talking bad about her.
Is the psychiatrist female?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to remember the storyline.
And
Yeah.
they play hide and seek. So she goes missing quite a lot, and they don't know where she's gone. The daughter, and the dad Robert De Niro starts to get
Yeah, Robert
a
De Niro's
bit,
the dad, isn't he? That's right.
concerned about where she's going. She doesn't know what's going on, and I can't really tell you much more. Other
There
than
is a
that.
mix-up.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I know
can
he's
give
not
you
really
the top-
selling the mix-up,
No,
is he?
but at the same time, there's people who would be listening who'd be like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Oh, I want to know what that mix-up is
Yeah.
now."
Yellow anorak is what I remember about that movie.
Yes.
There's a
Isn't that
yellow
it?
anorak. That kind of anorak. But yes, this is, I'd say it's the prominent.
Yeah,
Costume.
and there's like a quote which goes, "Say goodbye, Charlie." That's what she says.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh,
Oh.
that sent shivers. That was good.
Didn't to me.
Because
I've
right
not
at the
seen
end,
it.
You've
right at
seen
the
it.
end, yeah, the daughter goes missing and they can't find her,
Mm-hmm.
and they go
And-
find for
okay.
with her. At this point, they're a bit. Yeah,
And there's a person mix-up that you can't tell
I
you
can't
about.
tell you about. Unless you want me, I can do a spoiler.
No,
alert and
it's
say,
fine.
No,
It's
I
all
like
right.
that. I like leave everyone on tenterhooks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to prove either
It's
way.
good to
So.
know if
Well, I've seen it, so I know
Matthew's
he's right.
confirming
Yeah.
most of
It's
these.
all right.
yeah, and that's good.
Good. Good choice.
Okay, my
Good
number
choice.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
go for
this
it.
is the one that
We're going to disagree with. Yep.
no, not disagree with.
Go on.
I would call it an intentional mix-up.
Right.
It's part of the plot.
Okay.
The mix-up scene. I remember it. This is hard to explain.
An
without-
intentional mix-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as in the person who is being mixed up is mixed up on purpose.
Right. Okay.
Mixed up in what way?
Like in a like in a blender.
No,
Personality mixed, or just looking?
no.
Looking.
He wants to. I suppose he's impersonating someone again. Really.
Okay.
But he's
Just Big Mama's house or something.
no. That was on my list though. It wouldn't have made the top 5. I'd like to add, but
Right.
there
Yep.
is a whole genre of films like that.
Right,
I would
okay.
suggest. But
Okay.
anyway,
I've got a Nutty Professor. In my
okay.
head.
I'll give you some clues and let's
Yeah.
see how we get. Hairspray allergy.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Oh, someone sneezes
What?
for hairspray. Oh,
Oh.
keep going. I want more.
Well,
Yeah, because that's a big part of it.
I
isn't
would
it?
say I always thought there would be a sequel at the very end, but it never surfaced.
Oh God, Matt's
No,
on
I've got it. It's a 1980s film.
Okay, let me give some more for Dom to see
Yeah.
if we can get him here. It involves a chip.
Wow, wow, wow. Was that noise happened in the movie?
Exactly
ching.
this point.
Ching, ching, ching.
And the song that I would reference would be "Twisting the Night Away."
Yeah, that's a good one.
3 times I've sung now. I don't know what's wrong with me. So the mix-up scene, Dominic, is probably these days terrible CGI.
Yeah.
He changes. Yeah, Matthew has got it. Sport. No,
that.
you've just lost your job.
That's what
You've
it
ruined
sounds like.
Well, I was going to try and detail it a bit more.
Go on.
It looks like it starts with them pumping a lot of air into his face, and then he changes back into himself. He basically gets caught out.
He means when they filmed it, they would have pumped a lot of air into his face so that his face looks like it's going all over the place.
And
All
then
I've got is Arnold Schwarzenegger on my head.
very similar.
It's
That's
very
all I've
similar.
got.
It's
Total
very similar
Recall.
to the Total
Yeah, I
Recall
was about to
bit.
say that's-
Absolutely, that
yeah.
is exactly.
Special effects are about the same.
So,
Wait.
so the main guy
Wait.
is trying to be
What's
the
his name?
cowboy.
Yes, I'm trying to think. What's his name? Dennis Quaid.
Yes.
Dennis Quaid is in it. He's not that person though. Martin Short is
Inner
that
Space.
person.
Is it Inner
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah,
I got
that's
that,
a
yeah.
good word.
Cracking. I
Wait,
thought of that
You
one.
got that so quick.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that so quick.
Hairspray allergy.
Yeah, that's the bit.
Because at the very end he
He
goes,
sneezes all the time.
"I need to sneeze. I need to sneeze," and
To get him
he's
out.
like, "Get me hairspray. Get me
That is the
hairspray."
weirdest trigger in my head, that bit. That
Yeah.
that I've just remembered it from that. So thank you for
Yeah, that's okay.
digging that out of my
I actually had
brain.
to search what is he allergic to sneeze because I was like, I thought it was like, for me it would be a lead pencil that you can put in your nose and tickle your nose hairs.
Used to
But-
be at school, yeah.
Yeah, but for him it's hairspray. But
Yes.
what a film, by the way.
And that's
Where's
what's
the
his name?
sequel?
Where was the sequel? Where
it
was
looks
the sequel?
like there should have been a sequel
Well,
because
it said to be continued at the end.
well, they were
Dot dot dot.
dwarfs in the back of the.
Yeah. They'd been
Um,
shrunk.
been
They'd been
shrunk,
shrunk.
Oh, they had been shrunk. Okay,
Yeah.
I was trying to tread carefully again.
They had
Yeah.
just been shrunk down
They'd
to
been shrunk and they were in the boot.
third size of a
That is one of those films that if it was on, I'd sit and watch.
Yes, me too.
That's
Exactly. That's why it's in my top 3
No,
this
that is
week.
good. Yeah.
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
She plays Lydia.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck is the guy who's inside the body.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought that the other song was more memorable when.
Sam Cooke. The Sam Cooke song.
Go on.
Cupid, throw back your bow.
Yeah,
that's
that's the
what he's
one.
playing in her ear.
Yeah, that's what he plays
That's not what I found. That's what's weird.
That's what's playing in her ear. That's
That's
what
the
he.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is. But the only bit I can
So she
remember is because
knows.
he doesn't know he's in her body until he finds the fetus.
Spoiler.
That's not really the spoiler of the whole film, is it?
That's ruined it for me.
Who's the main guy? Martin
Short.
is- yeah.
Only murders in the building.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, that is a good film.
Yeah,
Good film.
Thank you very much. Number
Yeah.
3.
Well done. Good
Still
choice.
winning?
Right, number 2. Still winning.
You haven't seen mine.
Sorry, always winning. You're right.
Right, my number 2. Right, the character name is Anna Coleman. That is one. So this is what we would have thought of as a proper person mix-up.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Freaky
what-
Friday. Bang,
Oh,
bang,
that-
bang on. Yeah.
Well, I've
Yeah,
got
I've got a
that.
list of the mix-up films.
This
Yeah.
this was the first one that jumped to my head. Yes, and
It's
yes,
not the first one
no, but it's the first one that jumped to my head.
because
The
it has
li-
Lindsay
The
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, but actually, I think I do
And
think
Jamie
that
Lee
Jamie Lee
Curtis,
Curtis
yeah.
playing a teenage girl is hilarious.
I actually like her little brother.
Yes, I couldn't
I
remember who her
can't
little brother
remember
was. I
enough.
remember, yeah,
Yeah.
And-
in my head,
and
does he mix up with the grandpa?
at the end,
Yeah. Okay, that's what.
it's
yeah.
in a it happens in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, because
So
they were
the
arguing.
fortune cookie, because the old wise Chinese grandmother gives them the dodgy cookie, and then something like there's like an earthquake, and then they switch. Yeah.
Dominic smiling here.
Yeah,
If you got this,
that's what I've
of
put
course
down
you
for
have.
you.
I can't believe you wouldn't have put that one
I
down.
can't believe Jem didn't.
No.
I just thought it was too obvious.
Mm.
I thought he'd
Mm.
save that for.
For what?
I mean, the only ones you've now got left is Confessions of a Teenage,
Oh my
Mean
God.
Girls, and what's the one with
What's the
where
one
she loses her? Just My Luck. There you go.
What's the one where she's herself
Yeah.
as a?
Yeah.
I want to say a stripper. One of them's a stripper and the
Yeah.
other one's not.
I've
What's
not
that one?
seen that.
I've something about
I know
killing
what you
herself.
did last.
I know
No.
who killed me.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so
No,
just
none
put
of
those on, and at one point we will get it. Okay.
Yeah, every week.
But yeah. So that's good. And also Chad Michael Murray, for those that watch One Tree Hill, he's in it as well.
Yeah.
He's the love interest, except he's really sort of a bit greasy. He's a bit greasy in it.
That's what it was back then, wasn't it?
But probably, yeah, quite surfer greasy.
Was he trying to look like Eminem?
No,
Long hair.
That's greasy.
more grungy, more Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Bang.
But surfer Kurt Cobain, which yeah.
Oh,
What a mix.
Point Break. Got ya.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. So Freaky Friday. That is
That's a
again,
classic mix-up.
That is a classic. Not the original, obviously.
No,
Not the original again.
we talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I another one I would watch. If it was on, I would absolutely watch it. But I probably wouldn't go out my way to watch it because I've seen
No.
it so many times.
Considering how many times you've probably watched it, I don't think I've watched it more than once.
I missing
I think
out.
I probably watched it twice at push.
Yeah, the bit where Jamie Lee Curtis goes to play guitar. Well, it's not Jamie Lee
Where
Curtis.
she's playing in the wings.
It's the daughter
Yeah.
Yeah.
who's pretending to play. There's a mix-up.
Yeah. No, there's
a
definitely a
massive
mix-up. You're right. Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
Definitely not making number 2 though.
Dom,
but
you're
there
number
we go.
2.
Okay.
Good.
In your opinion.
Yep.
We'll let the listeners decide.
I can tell you about this
the
one.
right one.
I can
Oh,
tell
they
you
will.
about this one.
Right, come on then. Tell us about this one.
2010. It is an M. Night. I'm going to get his.
Oh yeah, I've got you.
Shyamalalalan.
Bam.
I know this one as well.
I know this one. I've seen it. But it depends which version which one you're going to pick of the trilogy, right?
Banana.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. And that's got nothing to do with the movie, right?
No.
No. Can you tell us the name of the movie then, please?
Split.
Excellent.
There we go. James McAvoy.
I didn't get that, by the way. I was trying to go to a point in the film where there was a banana reference.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
what I thought. I thought you'd think that.
I was like, I have seen this film.
I'm still not convinced about the end and the beast.
Is it
that
Anna
comes out.
Taylor-Joy as well?
yes,
Yeah,
it is
it
Anna
is.
Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But James McAvoy, I think, is fantastic in that film.
Bonkers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really bonkers.
He's like
It's
9 characters, is he?
20. He's got 27.
Okay.
I thought they worked out that there's more than that in the end as
Yeah.
well.
There are, but he sort of focuses on about 9 or something. But
Yeah.
they're all very different.
But
aren't
that's more in the other one,
they? Glass.
Glass.
So there's Glass and Unbreakable. They all
Yeah.
link, but Glass
They
is the
do.
one that brings Unbreakable and Split together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced on the beast, though. at the
No,
end,
I agree.
when it went too far. A little
But
bit
did
too
you know
far,
what?
but-
I liked the whole idea until the very end.
But
when
I feel
thought it
like
started-
that movie ends up just being, oh, we've got to tie them all together.
I don't know. I quite liked it not being paranormal, and it sort of started going paranormal. Like it didn't feel like it was paranormal at all.
That's what I mean. I thought they could,
Well, especially in Split, you just thought he was
a
bit cuckoo.
bit cuckoo,
Yeah, and I wondered where that was going to go, and then it got a bit. I quite liked that it was sort of anchored in reality for the most of the film.
Yeah.
Hold on, though. Am I not? The Beast appears at the end of Split.
It does. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
So that's paranormal at that point.
Yeah, because he starts running up
it's
walls.
not.
And stuff.
It's not just It's not just one of his personalities. It's sort of it goes a bit paranormal. You're right. He can climb up walls and stuff.
Like they're suggesting that's...
but I agree with you. Then the whole of the third film is paranormal.
Because he can deflect bullets. Because his mental state.
I don't know if Dominic's bigging this up or putting it down.
No,
at the moment.
I think the film in itself, apart from the Beast element, I think it's really good. I think his acting is top notch. All the different personalities, and then I can't remember the lady's name.
There's one in particular.
One lady that kind of is the nice lady.
So you're going for a mix-up of a person again, rather than... okay, all right.
Well, you never know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Sort of the...
Oh, you do? Because he's very good at differentiating his mannerisms.
No, he is, but I thought there's also points where he is also...
Who's the young kid?
Because there's a child. There's a child that he's the one that kind of lets
everyone else in.
Yeah.
See, look, I've seen this one.
Yeah.
Well done. I've seen all three of those.
It is good.
Pat on the back for me. Yeah, that's all right. I'll give you that.
There we go.
Yeah, good.
It's my number 2.
Number 2.
My number 2.
Yeah.
What a mix-up.
Okay.
The only thing I will say, I've got some quotes.
Okay.
I'll come back to the only thing that I like the film, but the only thing that people will always talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I were to send you flowers, where would I? No. Let me rephrase that. If I were to let you suck my tongue, would you be grateful? Very early on in the film.
No.
I think it is.
Would you be
sure.
grateful?
Have you got it?
I don't know.
It's not. Hang on. No, I don't.
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
No, I kind of think it's...
Is the guy horribly creepy?
I could eat a peach for hours.
Is it? Yeah. So is he smoking at this point when he says it?
That's... now you've really tested my knowledge there.
Is he smoking?
Do you think it's not your number 1?
No.
Oh, you haven't... Oh, okay. I thought you were like...
I think it was, and then I took it off. If it's the right one. What year is it?
I thought Dominic would put this down. I've put this as the guess that I think you would have had it as well.
It probably was.
It's 1997.
I think I've got it, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not going to...
I know the movie. I've seen this movie, but I cannot remember it. Is the guy creepy?
Dominic, if you know what it is...
I think it's Face Off.
It is Face Off.
Oh, yes.
They are all Castor Troy at one point.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's to his daughter.
Is that what? That's
I
what
thought it was
saying.
his wife.
No, it's his daughter. It's the young daughter, and then that's
Which one are you talking about on my quotes?
The first one.
No, that's to the air hostess.
Oh, okay,
at the very beginning.
What's the
his daughter, by the way, Sean Archer, John Travolta's daughter, is well annoying in that film. But
so I'm trying to remember that because I remember watching it, and you're right, it is a mix-up because I was rooting for one of them the entire way through. But you're not supposed to. You're rooting for the wrong face.
Yeah, because Nicolas Cage is the bad guy.
But he starts to realise a little bit why this guy's like he is because there's a broken background and he has to go into his life and he has to ask his mates for help and all this sort of thing.
Like, I think, yeah.
But the big plot is, the bit that gets me is that everyone who was involved in the process of changing their faces, there was only like 2 people that knew about it.
That's right.
And then they die.
And then they get killed. Yeah.
And then you're like, is John Travolta and Nicolas Cage that similar in body?
No.
And,
no. Or voice?
Oh, no, they do. No,
did they explain that?
They do adapt to his voice.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because he's trying to fund the bomb, isn't he? That he's set.
Because they think because if you remember, he's like, I was going to say he's sedated, but I think he's in a coma or something like that. And then they take his face off of him without him knowing. So he wakes up without his face.
Oh, that's right. And
then he gets his to put on it.
And then he kills the surgeon that did it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how they die.
Well, that's how the surgeons die. Yeah.
The only people that knew. No one else knew. None of the nurses.
But no, because it's high security.
Okay. Was it FBI, CIA?
Oh, higher than that.
Oh, okay. NSA.
I've got no idea.
3 other letters. ABC.
Yeah, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Not that
basically it's a cop
action
film, but
Yep.
it backfires because he tried to change his face so he could work out where the bomb is. But in the end, he's then being hunted down because
they think he's him.
they think he's him, and
They
the
put
other
him in
guy's
prison,
playing the police officer trying to catch him.
Yep.
What's a film, by the way?
It's such a good film.
I haven't seen that for probably a couple of decades.
Oh,
That was my number one when I
Oh.
did my first.
What?
My
It's not on your
second
list
set.
at all now. Oh, you changed your mind
I
on.
changed my mind. 'cause
I'm
I
gutted
thought,
because I think that's the
that's
film I put
oh,
down for you
it's so
because
good. It's
I knew
really
you
good.
like that film.
No,
Yeah.
no. Mine was shot in the dark, so mine are gone.
Yeah, so that's my dumb guess gone.
Right.
Brilliant. Because he keeps changing his mind. I'd say always, but there we go. Okay, we're on film ones.
Number ones. Right, I'm going to start with my quote. Okay. You dirt-eating piece of slime. You scum-sucking pig. You son of a motherless goat.
Hook.
No.
Oh, it sounds like that, doesn't it?
Where's the mix up?
It's right. Well, the mix-up is
Well,
not
Peter Pan. He doesn't think he's Peter Pan.
right. The
See?
mix-up is a confusion between who these people are and who they really are. That's the person mix-up. Okay. It's the film where I learnt what the word plethora means. Do you know what it is?
Are you suggesting that they are mixing them up because they think they're criminal?
No, they think they're heroes.
Oh.
Someone hires them thinking they're heroes.
Oh,
They're
I do
not,
know.
but they didn't.
Can I do the...
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not going to work on radio, is it? I'm
What?
going to slap my chest a couple of times and then spit my tongue out at one point.
Yes, that's right. Here you are.
Yeah.
What? Dom's face.
Do you know what I go to? There is a Disney cartoon where there are three birds and
Yes.
they look very similar
Yeah,
to
it
this.
does.
3 birds.
My little buttercup has the sweetest smile. You're going to sing for a fourth time, Joe?
No.
I was hoping you'd join in.
No. I didn't remember that bit, but there you go. I do now.
You do
What
know,
is it?
yeah?
I know what the film is.
It's got a
Dusty
character called-
Bottoms.
yeah. Ned Nidlander.
Oh, okay.
And who's the last one? Dusty Bottoms.
Dusty Bottoms is Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Ned Nederlander is Martin Short.
Yeah.
And so you've got Steve Martin playing...
Oh, do you know what? It's just gone from my mind as well. I don't know. No,
That is so
we'll
annoying.
never know. We'll now never know. It'll
The
pop
Three
back
Amigos,
later.
right?
It is
Yeah,
the
okay,
Three
fine.
Amigos. Yeah, it is. So the confusion there, the mix-up, is that she thinks she's hiring like these heroes,
But they're film stars.
but they're film stars. So that bit where he's saying "you dirt-eating piece of slime," he's like winking at him.
Oh yeah, he thinks he's in
And
on the game.
that's what he thinks he's in
Oh,
because they
that's
think
it.
they think it's a scene. So the mix-up is all over the place. Yeah, and then that scares them off because they're really confused about what's going on. So then they go off and they're treated like heroes.
You're not going to find any argument that that is a good film.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, it's where I learnt the word plethora. He says, "Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?" And he says, "Yes, el guapo." He goes, what is a plethora? He goes, "Why would you tell me I have a plethora if you don't know what a plethora is?" "I'm very sorry, el guapo."
God, you remember it?
El
I do.
Guapo.
El guapo, yeah. It's the party scene. Yeah, because he's the big bad, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, brilliant. Love that. Hilarious.
Yeah, I
Singing
actually
Bush.
put
Singing
put it
Bush?
down, Singing Bush.
Singing
Yeah.
Bush.
I actually put that down on my honourable mentions. You'd be glad to know.
Good. I want to know what the third member is. I don't know why I can't think of it.
Because he's the lead. He doesn't. They don't really talk about him.
They do. It'll come back to me later. I'll
Yeah.
just suddenly shout it out in the middle of one of your two.
Or during the middle of the night.
Bottoms, Ned Nederlander.
And
Is it something about silver or something like that?
no, see, everyone's
Oh.
listening, shouting at us, saying, "What can you remember?"
Yeah, well, you try and do it under pressure.
All right,
Calm down, all right?
don't scare off our listeners.
We're nearly an hour through this.
Right,
Focusing towards the end.
Dom, you're number one, please. Beat that.
Yep. Oh, I can't tell you the end of this one either. You've definitely
Right,
both
can
seen
I
it.
can I guess it straight
Yeah.
away? Is it Fight Club?
It is.
Right,
yeah.
there we go.
I have seen that one, you're
Yeah.
right.
No,
I'm not sure what more I
Where's the
could say,
mix
really.
up?
well, you can't.
I
you
can't tell you
say
that.
the mix up.
I wouldn't say that's a mix up.
I would agree it is a mix up. This is absolutely on my
One person has made a mix up.
no.
No.
Are you sure
It's-
you've seen it?
Yeah, I've definitely seen it.
So for the entire thing, it's a
The
mix up.
entire thing is a
What,
mix
to
up.
the audience?
No.
No, to himself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's the one person who's mixed up, right?
Yeah, for for the entire.
They're all mixed up people. Generally.
But the person.
I suppose
himself
with the fact they accept it. Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's such a good for a podcast. That one. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without telling
Watch
everyone
it.
what the twist is, can you describe a film?
Yeah.
No, Dominic's done this 3 times to us now, but I have seen this one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It absolutely would have been right at the top there, but
Soap maker.
right, yeah.
Also, failed the rule number 1, didn't you?
Mm.
Rule number 1. Oh, what?
Well,
No,
I'm not
did
going
you-
to say it
But
because I'm not allowed
no,
to.
so right. The fact that that's rule number 1 and rule number 2 is supposed to prove to people that you're supposed to break the rules. That's the underlining point of that. So the first rule of Fight Club is to not talk about Fight Club.
Okay.
Right?
Don't talk about our podcast on social media, people. Don't talk about us on social media,
Yeah.
people. Now they'll all do it.
Well, yeah, but if listening to our podcast was the basis of having to break rules in the first place, then
It is.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, that's why it's a rule. So that it's supposed to be broken.
What's
You're
rule
supposed to
3?
break the rules. There is a list somewhere.
I don't know
Someone's
off
got a
the
list
top of my
somewhere. I've
head,
seen it. I've read it. There's loads of them.
What? No, not even attached to the film. Somebody's got a list and they've just made loads of them.
No, the list was attached to the film. Like it was written for the film, but they didn't write all. They didn't like show all of them. But there are quite a number of rules.
Is it because it looks a bit comedic when they unroll it and there's 101 rules, and
Yeah.
so it's like
It's
a
just
big
scroll.
It's a big scroll.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Should we just show them the top 2? Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Let's just mention
Yeah.
the top 2. We don't need the
Yeah.
rest.
All right, Dom, I'll give you that one.
And then
Nice. It's nice to talk about a film as well.
Yes.
I've done well there.
Yeah. Good job, Jeremy. What's your number 1 then?
Go on then.
Okay. Quote.
Oh, yeah.
I love a good quote.
Yeah, we know.
Only the ones. This, by the way, beforehand, is the king of mix-ups, in my opinion.
Okay.
There you go. 2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream. The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned. The second mouse wouldn't quit.
Oh,
He struggled so hard that eventually he churned that butt cream into butter and crawled out.
Hang on.
Gentlemen, as of this moment, I am that second mouse.
Oh, I thought it was Pulp Fiction for a minute.
Nope.
I am that second mouse. Oh, I know this quote. It's good.
Can I tell you the one?
Keep going? Yeah.
Can I tell you the one that you will
Go on.
definitely get it off?
Mm-hmm.
I blew it, didn't I? Why didn't I concur?
Oh, that is a good
I
mix-up
concur.
as well. Yeah.
I should have concurred. Do you concur?
Yeah. Hanratty
Hang on.
is the name. One of the names. One of the characters.
Hanratty.
Is it Hanratty?
It's Hanratty.
Mm.
Carl Hanratty.
I would say right at the beginning,
Yeah.
the first time that he is mixed up
Correct.
is in school,
Yes.
and someone pushes him over like a bully.
And he pretends he's a teacher.
Pretends he's the teacher.
Oh, okay. So it's Catch Me If You Can.
Yes.
Catch me if you can, yeah.
Right, there we go.
Frank Abagnale. Now, interestingly, when you do a
Lucky
bit...
Star. Lucky Star. Is that his name?
Who?
Three Amigos.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. I thought you...
Sorry, it literally just came
I was
to me.
like singing Lucky Star.
I was like, his name's Frank Abagnale Jr.
Yeah, sorry. It just hit the back of my head. Nice.
But when you do a bit of this is only very loosely based on
Real life.
a true story about Frank Abagnale. They weren't actually allowed to say who the person was because he was still alive.
Okay.
I think his name was John Shea or something like that. It said, that's it. The person that Tom Hanks was playing was still working, so they couldn't say what his
Right.
actual name is. But there was no relationship between
them.
an FBI agent. They were just always trying to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happened that he was the person that.
The reason I got the Pulp Fiction confused is because it was Christopher Walken that did that first quote, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
Yes,
that's what confused me because I was thinking of Pulp Fiction
because he plays his dad,
with the watch.
Frank Abagnale
Yes.
Senior, and it also has
That's
Amy Adams in it and Martin Sheen as well, which I just completely forgot about.
Are they in Louisiana?
Yeah,
Is that the bit where in Louisiana?
Where's the Martin Sheen bit?
He
Yeah,
marries.
he's-
That's the dad.
that's the dad.
Ah,
It's Amy
okay.
Adams' dad. Yeah.
But yeah, there was no relationship, no phone calls on Christmas, nothing like that. Carl Hanratty was just the last person that had to deal with him and caught him.
Fair enough.
Makes her a better film. If there's
Well,
all that shit there, doesn't it?
No,
Yeah,
I-
except his name wasn't Carl Hanratty, as I've just said. But yeah, but it is based on a true story of somebody who basically just went around and kept doing it. And that guy is the person who arrests Leonardo DiCaprio in France in that scene.
Or in
the movie, he stars as a police officer who arrests Leonardo DiCaprio.
We only know that now because he's no longer working.
No, he had already written a book. It's the FBI agent we weren't allowed to know all the details of.
Okay, fine.
Because he was still working.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I now know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Good choice, yeah.
Yeah. Catch me if
Is that a mix-up? Is it a mix-up?
Everybody is mixing him up with somebody who isn't existing.
I'm not sure it's a mixed-up person, though.
I would say he's very mixed up because he is playing multiple people.
Yeah, they just don't know who he is.
They keep... Well, no, but they're mixing him for a pilot. They're mixing him up for...
Because he's dressed up as a pilot.
Well, no, but they're mixing him up... Well, hold
on.
They're
all different roles. They're all different names and stuff he's got, isn't he? So.
Did he pass the bar exam?
Well, we don't know. That seems to be quite open.
Exactly. Is he a lawyer?
Wasn't that the thing? He actually did pass the bar, didn't he?
Yeah, I think...
How did you cheat? And
he said, I didn't.
Didn't. Just learn it.
Yeah. But there you go. Catch me if you can.
It's good. I'm just thinking about it.
I know. I would watch
again.
If that was on,
if that's on, you watch it.
Absolutely, I would. And do you know what? At any point during the movie as well,
you can pick it up. Once you've seen it once, you can pick it up and still be vested in it. Yeah. The classroom bit, I normally would have missed because that's right at the beginning. Yeah,
if you. True, yeah.
Well, yeah.
You're normally coming around about the pilot time. That's the
what
bit
you time it.
No, I'm just saying if you flick through the channels, it's probably that point of the film where he's pretending.
Well, he's a pilot in a lot of it because he actually goes back to being a pilot when he gets caught once.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's lots of bits.
Yeah. I do like. Yeah.
Is it a Spielberg film? Spielberg.
It is a Spielberg film. Yeah.
Okay.
And when he approached Hanks, he wasn't sure that Hanks was going to accept it because it wasn't the lead role at that time, and that's pretty big. 2002 for him.
There we go. Nice.
There we go.
Good knowledge, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's it. But we've got to do any honourable mentions. We kind of gone across each other.
I forgot to say I chose Face Off for you as well. So 2 for 2 this week.
Get out of it.
I'm too predictable, clearly.
My guesses were just appalling.
Oh, go on then.
Go on.
I went big for you. I thought you'd go with big, Jeremy.
Yeah, it was on my list of considerations, I'm not going to lie.
And I didn't really know where Dom was going to go, so I went with Brave because the mum gets turned into a bear. And I went on Brave on the basis of your daughter.
Yeah, fair enough.
that was it. That's my reasoning. I have no other reasoning.
So, Dom, what'd you pick for math? Because you got mine.
I got Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. Yeah, you got both of
those. 2 for 2.
Yeah, I know.
2 for 2.
I'm not even going to bother totaling the scores because I'm completely behind at the moment. Now, Matthew, you'll have to tell me. I'm annoyed because I did put Freaky Friday, but I put Or because I was like not accepting that. I read, because I haven't seen the film,
yes,
but I know you like it, that The Majestic is a mix-up.
Now, that is one of my honourable mentions. It is. So it nearly crept in, to be perfectly honest.
I can't remember. I've seen
Apparently
it,
they mistake him for somebody in a town or something.
Well,
like
he's
that.
got amnesia.
Okay.
And so then they mix him up with
That's
someone,
it.
and then they convince him that he's this other person. Then he slowly remembers that he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I talk about honourable mentions, I'll go through and you can add to the list at any point. There are swap films, Family Switch, vice versa, The Change Up. Has anyone seen Freaky?
No, I've heard of that, though. The horror one.
Yeah, the one where...
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I wondered, because there we go. Then there's some kids' films. Like you said there, Mulan and Aladdin are both mix-up films.
Oh, I suppose they are, aren't they?
Mulan, they think she's a boy.
And
and Aladdin, they think he's a prince, really.
Well, he is a prince at that point.
Is he? Or has he just got lots of money?
Well, the genie's made him a prince.
Of where?
Doesn't matter. Agrabah.
Yeah, but...
No, it's not.
No, it's not Agrabah. He has to make it up on...
Babwa. Ali of Babwa.
Okay. Then there are a lot of
Singing the
cops
song in my
films I got. Miss Congeniality, you could do 21 or 22 Jump Street, Sister Act, Kindergarten Cop.
So you've just interpreted this as someone that's pretending to be someone else.
It could be. They're being mixed up.
Any actor.
Big Mama's House and White Chicks.
White
chicks. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of white chicks.
Then I got to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely mixed up all over the place.
That is.
There's plenty of comedies. I got Jumanji's, Trading Places.
Yeah, I had the Jumanjis.
I could have gone School of Rock again.
See,
I've got a completely different thing.
No, I thought of lots of films and I thought I could put those in, but I can't talk about them because the mix-up is the end. So the problem is the mix-up is something you only know later. So it's only if you've seen it, you know it's a mix-up.
I suppose that's all of mine, isn't it?
So
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
Dominic's.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So I had Identity and Split and Fight Club all on my honorable mentions list.
I did not.
I also had Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's on mine as well.
See, I'm not sure that's...
I did exactly the same because it's
definitely a mix-up.
it's her in multiple different
Yeah,
dimensions,
yeah.
but it's exactly the same person.
But it's her.
Yeah, but she has to go to different places to find the right her. in
Oh,
order
see, I
to
wasn't
find-
going to have that one. I don't think you can have that.
And the last honorable mention I've got is a film. Like, it's only honorable mention because I haven't finished watching it, and I started watching it about 10 years ago and just didn't finish watching it. But it's The Cobbler. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I love that. I put it down on one of my lists.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Adam
one of
Sandler.
my lists.
I had
How many
so many
lists?
this
He's
week.
got 18 different
There's
lists.
so many different ones. Cobbler, where he wears people's shoes and he
That's right. He turns into
turns
them.
into them.
Mm.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
So I went more down the wrongly accused person mix up.
Oh, because he loves a crime.
So I went Lucky Number 11, where he gets kind of mixed up. I said Minority Report as well for them because at the end they think that someone's done the murdering, but it's actually someone else.
There's a mix-up.
Yeah, but yeah. what's the point?
Oh, yeah. I'm
That's
not
a
sure I'd
bit-
person.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
that's
you
why it's
didn't,
not on my
didn't
main
choose
list,
that in your top list.
And then I've got more kind of multiple people, multiple versions.
Yeah.
That's what I've got. So I've got Looper.
Yeah.
And then another one on my list I didn't put was Shutter Island because I couldn't really talk about that one.
Yeah,
either.
that's another one I couldn't talk about. Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, where they get mistaken.
Yeah, I thought about that. But
That's where I thought Matthew was going in the middle of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I did think that
Soul
one.
was a proper change up.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then Shawshank Redemption. And last one was Man in the Iron Mask.
Shawshank Redemption? Why Shawshank?
He gets accused of murdering his wife.
That's not a
He
mix-up.
might have, though. We don't know.
No, you do, because did you find the murder? The whole point of the film is that they hear it. Are you joking? Are you joking or not? I don't know what's going on.
Does that count as a mix-up, though?
We-
A person mix-up?
We got mixed up for a murder, yeah. Wrongly accused.
I think you could basically choose any film you want, really, then.
Yeah. And then Man in the
That's
Iron Mask. counts
falsely
for one.
accused, not a
That's
mix-up.
not a mix-up. That's a mistake.
Or a mix-up.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll add, I did have Made in Manhattan because obviously I love my rom-coms. My wife really wanted me to put Christmas Switch on there, which is like a Hallmark film. I was like, no chance. And Life of Brian did raise its head for
He's
me.
not the Messiah. Yeah. That's the mix-up, right?
Yeah.
Good,
They-
just checking.
that's it. Right. Okay. We need to top 5 before we go.
Okay, I'll start.
That's how it
So-
works.
My number 5 was She's the Man. Number 4 was 17 again. Number 3 was Big. Number 2, Freaky Friday, the 2003 version. And number 1 was the Three Amigos.
My number 5 was Me, Myself and Irene. Number 4 was Identity. Number 3, Hide and Seek. Number 2 was Split. And my number 1 was Fight Club.
And the best top 5 this week, mine was Mrs. Doubtfire at number 5, Bad Boys number 4, Inner Space number 3, Face Off number 2, and Catch Me If You Can at the number 1. So it's only really for the listeners to decide. So as always, we'd like to hear from you, whether you want to drop in my DMs like Joseph did, or if you want to message us on any of the social networks. You can find us at Top 5 Films That, or if you know us, drop us a message.
Yep.
You two don't sound optimistic that somebody's going to message you.
Probably not, no.
They might. They might disagree with me so much they actually want to tell me.
Let's hope. That's how they do.
And if Dominic has intrigued you to watch a film,
Yeah. Oh,
because you know there's going to be a mix-up at the end,
yeah. Let us know.
please let us know.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be great.
Right. And another week, another podcast done. Would you like to finish off with anything witty or amusing?
No, I'd just like to say thank you for everyone for listening.
Oh, that's very sincere.
Oh, that was very nice. I think
Yeah.
Dom said it for all of us.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.